Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for more Dark Season 3. We're about to dive into Episode 4. The web gets ever more intricate, though deeper and deeper we go. I don't know where we're going. I don't know how we conclude this in just 4 episodes. Well, 5, including this one. But still, we're going to find out. So let's go ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time code so reaction the entire episode. Do the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage. I try to make it worth your while should you go to support the channel. But guys, if you enjoy this reaction, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really does help us out a lot over here. But with that all sent down the way, guys, let's go ahead and hop into Episode 4, The Origin. Prove it. Here we go. Man, that cave, they always manage to make it look so eerie.
Wir werden aus Dunkelheit geboren und kehren zu ihr zurück.
All right, Ansem.
Ich habe keinen Namen. Man hat mir nie einen gegeben. Aber ich habe damals deinen ausgesucht.
What? I chose your name back then.
Hat deiner Mutter gehört.
This is a change. Unless they're going to give him that and then piano wire him.
Ich muss jetzt los.
This is the first person they've interacted with and not murdered. That wasn't Ava, obviously, but still. Could that be the person that Agnes was talking about back then? That she was running from? Or was it still, in fact, Noah? Okay, so this is a Hannah with... What? Well, look at that motherfucker, too. God, what's the origin for that thing? Because I'm wondering if... Because it was found in the sand at the lake, and then was given to Marta. And then, does it go all the way back to where, because of the time travel, Marta or Jonas or Hannah or somebody gives it to her mother, and then goes back, and then it just... Oh, God, I love this fucking show, man.
Habt ihr schon mal einen gesehen? Also nicht von eurem Vater? Ines. Jana, jetzt hab dich nicht so.
Is that why she's like, drop your pants?
Und wie sah der aus?
Yeah, interesting, weird.
Doris, was machst du hier?
Ich will mit dir reden. Der Herr Kahnwald hat mich reingelassen. Wo warst du denn? Ich dachte, du bist so früh los und noch berichtet.
Mr. Conwald let me in.
Sie hat doch gesagt, ihr Mann war Geistlicher. Und vielleicht ist es nur Zufall, aber der Pfarrer, der verschwunden ist. Zur gleichen Zeit. Sein Name ist Hanno Tauber. HT.
Du solltest nach Hause gehen. Wir kümmern uns hier.
Egon, ich weiß, dass da was passiert ist.
Wer weiß schon, was in den Köpfen von euch Frauen vorgeht.
Egon, come on. He's danced with the devil, now he can't go back.
Du musst ihn Claudia geben. Wenn es soweit ist. Das Leben ist ein Geschenk. Für diejenigen, die wissen, wie sie es nutzen sollen.
Wirst du es Martha sagen? Was der Ursprung wirklich ist?
God damn it, man. This fucking chess game between these two.
Die Apokalypse in seiner Welt. Sie geschieht auch in unserer.
Das ist nicht echt. Du bist nicht echt.
Das hier ist deine Zukunft. Wenn es euch nicht gelingt, die Apokalypse zu stoppen.
Oh my God, dude.
Eine Schwangerschaft nicht ohne Risiko. Sie sollten Rücksicht auf sich nehmen, keine schweren Arbeiten verrichten.
Wait. Well, how long has she been banging Egon?
Manche Geschenke kommen in unserem Leben unerwartet. Und doch sind es Geschenke.
Son of a bitch. What the fuck?
Der ist zur selben Zeit verschwunden. Also, was ist, wenn das ihr Mann ist? Und wenn sie ich glaube, sie mochte ihn nicht besonders.
Nicht jede Verbindung wird aus Zuneigung geschlossen.
Ja, es geht um den Jungen, der ist noch bei uns und ein Junge braucht auch seine Mutter.
Mit jeder Lüge stirbt des Menschen Seele einen kleinen Tod.
It's not about the boy. It's more because she's in love with her.
Wir können nur schwer loslassen, was wir tief im Inneren begehren.
Honestly, I'm surprised she got out of there with the reputation these three are gaining right now. But yeah, dude, they read her like a book, not like they need to, because like time travel and all that. They witnessed damn near all of this, it seems like. Still not 100% certain on why on the particular targets that they've chosen so far. Namely the secretary, man. That's the one that I just don't get yet. The Ouroboros bracelet. I know I've seen that before.
Was ist das? Es ist wunderschön.
She's already got a gray streak in her hair. Such an age, too.
Ich bin schwanger.
Would it add up? Yeah.
Ich dachte, du hast aufgepasst.
Could it be Alexander?
Ist das meins?
And she hasn't banged Ulrich in a hot minute.
Ob es deins ist?
So it's kind of gotta be him.
Was wollen Sie?
Oh my God, dude.
Die Baugenehmigung für das Kernkraftwerk, das ist nicht.
You gotta make it happen.
Auf die Zukunft.
God damn, man.
Du und Martha. In dieser Welt seid ihr nicht unmöglich.
I mean, she's not wrong in that way. It's interesting though that this younger this middle Marta admitted that her older self just straight up lied to break that, but then she would older Ava have known that she was going to tell him anyway? Dude, yeah. Dude, he's seen some shit. You're just getting started.
Ich glaube, das tut sie auch. Die Martha, die mich hierher gebracht hat.
God damn it, man. This is insane. There's that girl I was talking about. But what the fuck? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, man. I don't know how to react to any of this shit right now anymore, man. I'm saying the same shit the entire time because it's just fucking... It's fucking bonkers, dude. I don't know what else to tell you right now. Oh my god, everything's... Well, I'd say everything's coming together, but we're still finding some way to fucking splinter my brain with these new revelations.
Wir sind schon spät. Mama wartet bestimmt schon mit dem Essen.
Vielleicht bis morgen.
Man, the relationships in this show, man. No, everybody's so fucking flippy floppy. God damn. Because he still can never, I mean, he ends up with Yana, but never stops seeing Claudia either. What? I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, okay, wait.
Der Anfang ist das Ende. Und das Ende ist der Anfang. Wir alle sind aus ihm geboren.
We are all born of him.
Ich weiß, was du treibst mit dieser Frau.
Wie meinst du das?
Ich möchte die Scheidung. Wir hätten das schon früher machen sollen. Aber ich dachte, ich weiß nicht, was ich gedacht habe.
Ich kann dir das erklären.
Die Dinge des Herzens kann man nicht erklären. Es macht, was es will.
Wow, that came back around.
Ich bin Helene. Helena Albers.
Oh God.
Katharina.
Das ist ein sehr schöner Name.
Please don't tell me that's how...
Der heilige Christophorus.
This necklace... Dude, Hannah is so entangled in this family.
Na los, komm.
But... I mean... She's gonna leave it for her. Maybe that's what inspires her to keep the next one and actually have Katerina, naming her after Hannah, who named her after herself. Oh my God. And you're gonna go off and have a Neil Wald because you're just stooping every side of this. And this is where the alcoholism begins. Man, it's so sad and depressing seeing so many of these lives be just completely ravaged by all this. I mean, some of it is kind of endearing in some ways in certain elements and how they intersect, but some of them is just so tragic, man.
Du hast recht. Es ist Zeit, dass du es auch verstehst.
I feel my brain boiling, man.
Wie bin ich da gewesen? War ich anders?
Not really. A little less traumatized. Jonas, you need a shower, dude. You both do, though, really. But come on. Look at that hand. And cut to this guy. What now? I am left to die alone. I am my sole judge. Me. Beginning is the end, and the end is the beginning. Hey, Berta said, if you want something, take it. And she did. But poor Yana, man. God damn that cut.
Ihr solltet die Apokalypse nie stoppen.
Miss Conwan Marta.
Ihr solltet den Ursprung erschaffen. Das ist der Ursprung. Das, was in dir wächst, ist die Brücke zwischen beiden Welten.
Oh no.
Es ist der Beginn des Knotens und es wird sein Ende sein.
They are locked together. Wow, fuck.
Sohn.
But who is it?
Ist der Ursprung.
Noah? At October? God damn it. Who is it? This psycho? I mean, the framing. And he's got no name. Son of a bitch, dude. Okay. My God. There's a lot to process here. I'm not going to be able to go into nearly all of it in any kind of way that I want to. I want to watch this episode again. The thing that makes this season a little more, I don't want to say difficult to follow compared to the others, but it does make it a little bit more of a challenge, is that we got multiple iterations within the same timeline of the same Marta doing different stuff at different points in time. You know, we spent 2 seasons spreading out and focusing on our main timeline before we got this third one to interconnect this new revelation, this new world into everything that's come before. There's a lot of stuff they're having to like kind of like quick, it's kind of not, I don't want to say speed run, but really kind of snappy get through it while also still connecting a lot of the things that we have questions about regarding this. So it seems like the girl from the future with the scar has some connection to Agnes. They had that little moment there before she was going to be sent back with the note that she gives to Claudia, which she later then gives on, you know, and starts that whole thing. And then we have a Noah from some point in his life before he dies working with older Marta, mid Marta, that's what I'm going to call her, who is not exactly on the same side as Ava Marta. Because she's like, hey, she lied to you. Or at least because she knew it's already too late. They're already on that path. It doesn't even matter if they know the truth right now. She's like, no, she lied to you. She's not trying to destroy the point. Everybody's fucking with you too. I don't know who to trust right now, man. I just don't. We just keep flipping. We keep flip-flopping just like everybody else in all of their relationships. Everybody is cheating on everybody with somebody else. And the way that Hannah has traveled and then got herself wrapped up in other people's lives, dude, it's not, she wasn't content just with getting her fingers in everything else. And I don't think she planned on it. I don't think it was intentional in any kind of way to go this far to the fact that she's now carrying Egon Tiedeman's child, that this was going to be where that was going to go. You know, she's got herself entangled with Ulrich, now Katarina's mother as well. This is 30 years prior to when we see them in school. So it's plenty of time for her to have another go down the line because we see her here getting this procedure done, much like Hannah was originally there to do herself. And, you know, since she's going by the name Katarina, Katarina's mother is like, oh, that's such a pretty name. And then she leaves her this pendant behind, which then later finds its way to Katarina through her mother, which then, like, the gun, the bracelet, the book. Jesus, man, there's so many items that are just like lingering around in space. And the origin point of all this, so if it's all locked and intertwined between Jonas and Marta being sent back, so the goal was to manipulate everything so that they would go on the path that they would, so that then the two from the different worlds would eventually cross paths. And then the goal was to get them to go together and then go back. And then that creates the knot. But then again, the ending will be, once again, Marta and Adam in the end. Ava and Adam, or Marta and Jonas, whatever. The end is the beginning is the end. They're locked in because that one night of emotional vulnerability compromises the two based on their feelings that they can't really control. Again, it's just this idea of how much is preordained, how much is fate, how much are we trapped in this cycle? Are we really making our own decisions? And it's just like everybody's a pawn of one of these two figureheads. Though it still confounds me a little bit about the whole memory thing for Adam. It said it took him 66 years to find the origin point. So then he knows that this version of him goes back in time. Does he know that he's that version? But then why does the middle Jonas not remember ever going to that world? Again, I mentioned that maybe there's an amnesia thing. Maybe he has memories of that experience wiped away to close that loop. And the whole fake out of him, breaking the loop was exactly that. So I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go right now. But the framing too of Adam and Eva in the paintings, and I'm using the terminology used in the show. And then at the center front, they're like, who's the child growing up inside them? Those two worlds, two parallel universes, give birth to a singular entity of both. And I assume, based on the framing of that, it's got to be this nameless person who is here as a triage of himself. That's not the right word. A triad of himselves, younger and older, which the older and the younger don't seem to talk at all. It's just the middle version that does all the conversing. But they're going around making sure all these other things happen so that the loop creates and resolves itself. Do they know their origin point? Assuming, again, that we're taking that at face value. With most things in the show, honestly, we have been. I mean, that's kind of the way it parses out a lot of its information. Because we were meant to kind of think initially that Agnes was running from Noah because he was the priest that we kept seeing and all this stuff. And, it turns out that they were brother and sister, and that her real husband, who had once been a priest but was no longer, is the person that is hunting them down and is Trant's father, presumably. I mean, heavily implied. God damn, man. That means that Trant Nielsen is the product of Marta and Adam. Wow, they give birth to their own family tree, specifically Marta's, which then it specifically results in Jonas because he is also technically a Nielsen. What the fuck? I mean, this is way more intricate, way more elaborate, but come on. I don't think you top Elizabeth being her own grandmother. That's hilarious. Like, that's wild. And I talked about this with some people. I was like, genetically, that is feasibly impossible, but it's hilarious, like, in the concept of the show, though. The fact that she is her mother's mother and her mother's daughter. See, that's just like, this is like, this is so much that had to go into planning to make this all work. Dude, this is banana sauce. Cuckoo crazy stuff, man. And I freaking love it, man. I don't know what else to touch upon. I'm just still confounded by the whole fact that Stranger Jonas doesn't have a clue about any of this. We now know Noah's real name. This show's fucking amazing, man. I absolutely love this show. It's so wild. It's just in general so well written. I think Hannah gives birth to Alexander. That's my only guess. And maybe she finds her way back because we know he's in the other world. But the fact that he's Boris Nielwald and she's out here flaunting the Nilsson name, but she's also a Conwald and she's also got to leave here and change her name. And eventually he makes his way back to Winden. I know I keep focusing on it. It's just like his place in this. While it may not in the grand scheme of things be that huge of a deal, it's just one of those things that like I'm just so curious about because we did focus on it so heavily. And it's just so strange to me that with this primary focus on these families, the Conwalds and the Nielsen's, that we have this character whose name is Neilwald. And with Hannah running around just using whatever name she recognizes, it sounds like some stupid name she would come up with when she gives birth to this child she decided to keep. That also means that, well, no, she doesn't even have to go back then. Because in 33 years, or however long this takes, he'll be old enough to meet Regina, I guess, presumably. That's also presuming that maybe this is the night even that Regina gets born. But that would mean she'd be 33 when in the next time jump. So like that doesn't necessarily make too much sense then, timeline-wise, because then, you know, he's like a teenager-ish, maybe a little bit older, maybe at the most early 20s. When he shows up in town. So I don't know that necessarily timeline-wise holds up. But it also doesn't mean that maybe Hannah doesn't keep this one, but then also stays behind and has him later down the road, just like with Helena. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't know, man. This is insane. I don't know what side we're supposed to be on right now. How do we untangle this now? How do we... nuke them all. Nuke everything. Fuck it. I don't know what you do. You just got to go back and you just got to go back and kill Marta and Jonas in their beds and stop this from ever happening, and then done. Everybody else gets to live. Just make sure they never meet. Anyway, guys, that's about all I got for right now. I'll ponder this a little bit more. There's a lot to take in, and I feel like I'm still only barely scratching the surface of it all, and we still have 4 episodes to go, and I've heard from some people just like, don't worry about where I'm at right now and stuff like that. You know, we're talking in the Discord and whatnot. That like, you know, they felt like that too. Like how in God's name do we wrap this up? And they said they felt like that until the very last episode. It's like, what the fuck? How? And they said, don't worry, it all comes together. And I'm just sitting here like foaming at the mouth. I'm just like, I need it. I need the answers, man. Dude, again, could you imagine if this show was weekly? People would have been fucking losing their minds, man. Anyway, that's all I got. Passing it off to you. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to check out the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, Yori Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake and Trell, and Eric Official. Thank you guys so much for continuing support. But this is it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.